Yes, I did in fact get a haircut. Thank you for noticing.
Peanut butter jelly baby. 早上好呀，亲亲。Every little thing's breaking me out, so I handed off your witchcraft workout. Life is all about believing the magic, but how you treated me was horribly savage.
Chinese-American singer-songwriter Alice Longyu Gao has released an EP titled Let's Hope Heteros Fail, Learn, and Retire. I was recently made aware of this EP, even though it was released back in March, but after listening to it, I had to make a review for it. This EP is mind-meltingly awesome. Alice combines pop and metal together so seamlessly on this EP in ways that I think, in my opinion, far outpaced their contemporaries like 100 Gex and Frost Children. The EP begins with the title track, Let's Hope Heteros Fail, Learn, and Retire, which right away sets up the absurdity that will follow. It begins with this classical waltz sound where Alice reflects on a world without heteros, where one casually picks up their hormone pills and goes to drag brunch. Alice then, in spoken word, tells this story about being touched by a heterosexual dude in a club surrounded by other heterosexual men. The song then switches to this grimy beat, with Alice singing the title of the song. We also get the introduction of this speak and spell voice and Alice's blood-curdling screams. It is a funny and entertaining start to a great EP, even though it is dealing here with themes of harassment and sexual assault. It finds a way to have this balance between such a heavy and serious topic with the humor that Alice brings to the table. The second track, Come to Brazil, is a pretty straightforward club track. Alice is satirically pointing out how humble Z is while bragging about being rich and popular. This cockiness is reflected in the monotone delivery that is also auto-tuned. We then get the song Believe the Hype featuring Ollie Sykes of Bring Me the Horizon. This song sounds like Broken Side, if Broken Side was good at making music. We are told by both Alice and Ollie that this is the future of music, and it is true that I have never heard anything quite like this song. However, Alice and Ollie confidently tell us over and over, including during a screamed breakdown, that we are to believe this hype. The song also ends with this punk outro that just blows your eardrums out. The next song, Make You Three Me, is incredible. Words cannot do justice to how much I love this song. The song blends perfectly this heavy metal tune with this super sugary pop ballad. The premise of the tune is about making someone love you, which has this sinister edge to it, as Alice, after being stood up, then decides to stalk and cast magical spells on them. Alice then implies that they will be like peanut butter and jelly, which leads to a breakdown with Alice screaming, "Peanut butter jelly baby." 10 out of 10. No notes. The song Monk reminds me of an 80s hair metal track, complete with this wild and ripping guitar solo. The track sees Alice getting tired of going out and partying. Alice is depressed and worried about climate change and World War III, but this depression seems to be in service of Alice making the future of music, suggesting that in the future, people will no longer say, "Oh my God," but instead, "Oh my GAO." But as of right now, Alice still doesn't have health insurance, so the cycle continues. There is also this great moment in the song where we get the sound of like a cartoon character slipping on a wet surface. Whoop, 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 whoop. The song Hello Kitty sees Alice deflating the tires of creepy dudes over this beat which includes clown horns. This is combined with a very pretty refrain of Ciao Bella. It is just another incredible track. We then get the song Period Sex, which is about having sex with people on their periods. However, Alice sets up the situation with a description of living without a mattress in an apartment so thin you can hear the neighbors. This expression of poverty continues as Alice describes using the iPhone flash for some ambient lighting as they have sex on the floor covered in blood. It is sung over this dance beat that has this almost 90s sad alt-rock vibe to it, almost as if the covering of blood is more a metaphor of something sinister, even though it could easily also just be about the period sex. We then end the album with a reprise of the title track, where the melody is played with a recorder, and poorly at that, with Alice suggesting Z needs therapy and then offers code ALG for 10% off. This EP was great, funny, smart, and it sounds incredible. The production on this thing is top notch. There are sounds on here that do not sound like they should belong together, and yet they do. It is a magical experience. I would give this EP a solid 4.5 out of 5. What did you think of this EP? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it too much for you? Cause I loved it. I loved it a lot. Consider liking and subscribing to the video. Everything helps me, you know? And in this economy,